Hi, hello team, my name is Monique, this is the Cauldron, and it is time for an on-time hype train video. In case you were not aware, my name is Monique, this is Bookwitch Reviews, where I review books and hype a lot. This is an ongoing series of new releases that I talk about every month. I take about 5 of them, try to make them either queer or by POC authors, because those are books that I focus on especially, and most of them are in the fantasy genre, because that's what I read. But today it is October release time. I am actually filming this before it is technically October, so I'm very proud of myself, in case you couldn't tell. So let's start. It's exciting. Yeah. So the first book that I am going to talk about is coming out on the 6th of October from Page Street Books, and it is Blazewrath Games by Amparo Ortiz. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. I'm really sorry. Basically, it has dragons. It's pink. I don't think it's queer, but I will take dragons at any time. And basically this is a young adult debut fantasy novel where we have basically think the World Cup with dragons. And our main character is a young Puerto Rican girl who basically wants nothing more than to represent her country in these games. And she suddenly gets a chance to do so, but there are things happening. Basically, there are some rebellions. I think it's something about a dragon that has been cursed into human form, who is burning down sanctuaries because they do not want the games to take place. And our young main protagonist girl, who just so desperately wants to prove herself, basically gets like brought into this weird conspiracy. And I am just very, 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 very pumped about this book. Okay, dragons. Yay. The next book that I am supremely excited for is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, which is coming out on the 13th of October from Saga Press. It is a stunning pre-Columbian fantasy novel. I think that's the way that it is explained. And basically, I believe that we are following 2 different characters. We are following a young ship captain who is an outcast of some sort, who basically has like water magic, and on her ship there is this blind cloaked stranger who is looking to be harmless, but our main character knows that harmless people are never really harmless. They turn out to be the villain. And basically this world has this prophecy that means that once the Black Sun arrives, a god rises. It sounds wonderfully atmospheric. The cover is one of the most stunning things I have seen all year, and I am literally just so incredibly pumped to read this book, because it just sounds like all of the goodies, like all of the magic. Give me prophecy, give me like politics. Don't give me politics. Give me prophecies, give me political intrigue, give me magic, give me ancient gods, and just yes, I'm here for it and I want to see it. The next book is a queer fantasy that I have heard amazing things about, and the title is hard for people who do not say V, and it is basically this. This is Beyond the Ruby Whale by Mara Fitzpatrick, which is coming out on the 13th as well from Little Brown Books. This is a political intrigue, girl wants power, queer book. Yes, you heard me right. I'm supremely pumped about this. Basically, we are in this fantasy universe in this town where we have our young main protagonist who is gay AF. Yay. And basically she just wants power, and she is ready to marry her best friend of many years. Both of them are gay. Marriage of convenience. I am here for it. But in this like town, they don't have water, and the only ones who can create water are these like almost vampiric creatures. And basically, if you show the mark for having these magical powers, you have to give up your life to become one of these. And our main character doesn't want to. And then when these magical creatures come to tell everyone at her marriage ceremony that she's one of them, she kills them. And now it's a race against time to figure out how to create water for this town. And it just sounds incredibly wonderful and amazing and magical. And I'm here for it. The next book that I am supremely excited about, I have heard murmurs about possible queerness, but mainly I am just excited about this fairytale atmosphere, and it is Among the Beast and Briars by Ashley Poston, which is coming out on the 20th of October from Bowser and Bray. Poston. Anyway, We are set in a fantasy land where there is no disease and war and famine, and the only reason why Eloria, as this country is called, has it is because the first king made a pact with the Witch of the Wood, and basically now centuries later the land has prospered, but so has this dark evil wood at the same time. And we are following Ceres, who is a young gardener's daughter who has some sort of curse on her blood from some sort of distant past that we're not sure of. And all hell breaks loose when a new queen gets crowned, and Ceres has to go back into the forest to sort of save her country and save herself. And the only companions she has is this bear and a fox that has been annoying her for years in her father's garden or the royal garden or something. And it just sounds wonderful. And I'm just a big fan of magical things. And it doesn't have to be a fairy tale retelling. I'm just very excited about it. It's just, yes, wonderful. And last but not least, it is another book coming out on the 20th, which is Phoenix Extravagant by Yoon Lee, which is coming out from Solaris. And this has just, I have heard many great things. It is an adult fantasy, magical real. I'm not entirely sure. Basically, we have these giant dragon automatons that are like robots, and we have a non-binary main character who basically just wants to paint, and they somehow get embroiled with this country's like military setting. It's called the Ministry of Armor, and they get embroiled in this political intrigue where they find these horrific experiments have taken place, and then they figure out that they can't just stand on the sideline anymore. They have to fight, so they steal one of these automatons, and it's a dragon of some sort. And I've heard amazing things. Also just dragons, and we all know I'm there for it. I'm very excited about it. It looks so good, and like Justine have said so much about it. Justine from, I should read that, by the way, in case you didn't know. You should definitely follow her because she's delightful. She has many, many good recommendations for books. So those are 5 books that I am supremely excited about coming out in October. But I do want to give a special little mention to a book that I think everyone is aware of coming out, which is The Invisible Life of Addy LaRue by Briars, which is coming out on the 6th of October from Tor Books. I was very lucky and have read an arc of it already. I really, really, really enjoyed it. It is a beautiful Faustian tale. Faustian? It is basically a tale of a young girl who does not want her life. She does not just want to marry and have kids and just sort of live that life. So she makes a deal with the devil to live until she does not want to live anymore, until she's seen everything there is. But the devil obviously isn't just going to give her that. So he makes everyone forget her until one day in New York in our lifetime that someone doesn't forget her. And it is full of queer characters and beautiful linguistics and lyrical prose. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful adventure. Like, I gave it 5 stars. The ending is a little bit the reason why I had a hard time about whether or not I wanted to give it 5 stars, but overall it's just such a beautiful, beautiful book that has been through so much. I believe Louise Warp has been writing it for the last 10 years, and I absolutely loved Addy, and Henry is a soft cinnamon roll that I will protect with my life, but I also really enjoyed the queerness of these characters and the way that it was never questioned, and I loved the way that we were looking at art, how it frames us as people and frames us as humans, and it was just wonderful, and I'm just very excited about it. So yeah, that is my hype train video for October. It is coming up before October is even out yet. October is out. October is a part of the year, Monique, what the fuck. So anyway, if you did enjoy this, please hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button at the same time so you won't miss out on any other videos from me. You can also click the little bell, which will give you a ding when I put up a new video. It's a lovely way to keep up with me. And if you want to know any of the other hyped releases that I have been speaking about, I will leave the link to the playlist for my hype train videos down below. This is something that I do every month, plus all the other weird videos that I also do. So I hope you're having a great day, and remember that I am proud of you, and I will see you really soon. Bye, team. Hey, hi, hello, team. My name is Monique. Why am I pointing? What is this?